Billy Bonds, one of the most revered figures in West Ham United's long and storied history, has died at the age of 79, leaving behind a legacy that continues to define what loyalty, passion, and leadership mean within English football. The shock of his passing has rippled through East London and far beyond, drawing tributes from players, managers, supporters, and football institutions that viewed Bonds not only as a remarkable athlete, but as the very embodiment of the values that shaped the game. His death was confirmed by the club on Sunday, and tributes began almost immediately at the London Stadium, where West Ham faced Liverpool that afternoon. As the football world continues to reflect on the life of one of its finest servants, today we will also discuss the matter of his funeral. Billy Bonds remains the longest-serving player West Ham United has ever known. He wore the claret and blue shirt 799 times, a number that feels almost mythical in today's era of short contracts and fast transfers. Over 21 years, he stood as the backbone of the team, representing not only consistency but unshakable commitment to a club and community he loved. Supporters across generations regarded him as the heartbeat of West Ham, a figure who lived through triumphs, heartbreaks, promotions, relegations, and era-defining changes within English football. His name carried the weight of history, but he always wore it with humility. Born in Woolwich in 1946, Bonds joined West Ham in 1967 after starting his career at Charlton Athletic. What followed was a journey that exceeded every expectation placed upon him. Bonds was not simply a good signing, he became a foundational pillar. His fearless approach on the pitch, his relentless work ethic, and his refusal to be intimidated by any opponent quickly made him indispensable. He was as tough as any defender of his generation, but he matched that grit with technical ability, determination, and an understanding of the game that guided West Ham through some of its most celebrated years. He won the FA Cup twice with West Ham, lifting the trophy in 1975 and again in 1980. Fans still recall the sight of Bonds, solid, unbreakable, a warrior for the club holding the trophy with pride, the celebrations echoing the kind of football spirit that seems harder to find now. Bonds also helped the club secure the second division title and earned 4 Hammer of the Year awards. His influence ran so deep that he eventually received 2 testimonial matches, an honor reserved only for those whose services extend beyond the usual measure of dedication. His accolades stretched beyond club recognition. Bonds earned a PFA Merit Award and was given an MBE for his contributions to football. Yet to supporters, these official decorations merely confirmed what they had always known. Billy Bonds was a giant of the game. His leadership extended well past his playing years. After retiring, he took on managerial duties at West Ham, guiding the club through the early 1,990 seconds before stepping down in 1994. To this day, older supporters describe his managerial era with fondness, remembering him as a man who brought honesty, passion, and belief into the dressing room values he had carried as a player for so many years. When West Ham announced his death, the club called him our courageous, inspirational, lion-hearted leader, a description that resonates deeply with anyone who watched him play or followed his career. Before kickoff against Liverpool at London Stadium, Bonds was honored in a moment that left supporters visibly emotional. Flags flew at half-mast, applause rolled through the stadium, and players wore black armbands in tribute. The sight of thousands standing together, many with tears in their eyes, spoke to the enormous impact Bonds had on the broader football family. As tributes poured in from former teammates, rival clubs, journalists, and fans, a consistent theme emerged. Billy Bonds was more than a footballer. He was a symbol of devotion, humility, and character. Many recalled how he played through injuries that would sideline most athletes. Others remembered how he always stayed after matches to talk to fans, sign autographs, and show appreciation for those who had supported him through the highs and lows. Supporters have said he made them feel valued, and former teammates described him as a man who led by example, never by force. He did not demand respect, he earned it. The emotional reactions of younger fans, many of whom never saw Bonds play live, underscore the lasting reach of his story. His name, his career, his legacy, they were passed down through family generations like treasured heirlooms. Fathers told their sons, grandfathers told their grandchildren. Every time a young supporter learned the history of West Ham, Billy Bonds stood at the center of that story. Few footballers achieve this kind of timeless respect. Today, as discussions continue about his influence and the way he shaped West Ham's identity, many supporters are seeking clarity about his final journey and how the club will honor him in the days ahead. As of now, no funeral arrangements have been made public, and no details have been released regarding the date, location, or format of the ceremony. Fans across London have been waiting for news about the upcoming funeral, and we will share all official updates as soon as they become available. While tributes have been held at matches and across media platforms, the formal farewell has not yet taken place. The lack of immediate details has not stopped supporters from creating their own tributes. Outside the London Stadium, scarves, flowers, handwritten letters, and West Ham memorabilia have been placed near the Billy Bonds stand, an area renamed in his honor in 2019. Messages expressing gratitude, heartbreak, and admiration now cover the stone walkway. Some fans spent hours reflecting outside the stadium, quietly paying respect to a man they grew up idolizing. Others shared memories online, recalling the first time they saw him play, the way he never backed down from a challenge, or the moment they realized he was the epitome of what they wanted West Ham players to be. Even rival clubs and supporters groups have paid their respects, acknowledging that Bonds represented an era of football where loyalty mattered and club legends were not manufactured through social media or branding. Bonds earned his reputation through decades of unbroken service. As the football community waits for news about his funeral, one sentiment has become crystal clear. No matter when or where it is held, Billy Bonds' final farewell will be one of the most emotional moments in West Ham history. It will bring together generations of supporters, former players, managers, and football figures who recognize the profound mark he left on the game. The ceremony will not simply mourn a loss, it will celebrate a legacy built on grit, heart, and unwavering devotion to a club that adored him. For now, supporters continue to wait. The funeral has not yet happened, and no official announcement has been released. As soon as further information is provided, it will be shared widely, ensuring that everyone who wishes to honor Billy Bonds has the opportunity to do so. Until that moment arrives, the football world remains united in grief and remembrance, holding on to the stories, the victories, the memories, and the enduring spirit of a man whose influence will live far beyond the stadium walls he once ruled. Billy Bonds' final journey is still unfolding, and the day of his farewell will carry an emotional weight few footballers could ever inspire. Until then, the tributes continue. The memories remain vivid, and his place in football history stays unshakably secure.